Did you know they call China Red China? A young African American man, sitting diagonally from her, nearly jumps out of his skin. He's wearing all black gear, in-ear headphones, a black security jacket, and a Raiders beanie. She's talking to him. Good. December 31st, 2018. This is my morning commute from Richmond. The Red Line. That's right, Red China, because their color is red. Raiders beanie settles back into his music and closes his eyes. The U.S. is red, white, and blue. China's is red. Every country has their colors. She educates no one in particular, or everyone. They call it Red China. That's right. That's why I'm wearing red today, to draw attention to that. A woman with a gray bicycle enters the car. She is white, with auburn hair, wears an olive jacket, blue jeans, teal shoes, and light blue socks with a cartoon bulldog head dotted about. She glances at Red China with a touch of shock, quickly diluted by resignation, and locks her bike to the rail. She takes a seat across from her bike and next to Raiders beanie. China has one leader, Chairman Mao. He's the boss. Do what I say. And you got no choice. No, sir. And they smile. Everyone pretends not to hear her. Some, so jaded, probably really don't. Doing it with a smile. And they do, that's right. As the Temptations say, a smile is a frown turned upside down. So, they don't mean it when they smile. It don't mean they happy. Just because they smile don't mean nothing. That mean they obey with a smile. And just cause they smiling don't mean they friendly. Cause that smile is really a frown turned upside down. The train lurches forward, and Bulldog Sock's bicycle rolls onto my foot. She apologizes and stands with her bike. That's why they had that wall outside of China, cause they never friends with nobody, no sir, not Red China. That's what the Temptations wrote about. A smile is a frown turned upside down. They ain't friendly, never. That's right. That's right. Frown turned upside down. Red China. And they gotta do it. They ain't friends. Never is. Never was. Ashby. The train screeches to a stop, and Red China stands and shambles forward from behind me into view. Older black woman, probably in her late 70s. Colorfully patterned head wrap. Over it, a red hood. Over that, a brown coat. Red China. It's red. Chairman Mao, what do you say? Go. So far. She fades off as she exits the train into the distant anonymity of the platform crowd. man enters the car from behind. After a rushed and jabbered intro in which you get the gist, he is about to perform for money. He begins playing a guitar. He sounds very much like any young grunge band lead singer, but has chosen the Eagles. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. I'm curious, but don't turn around. He makes his way forward and into view. Jeans, blue and yellow hoodie, black, stocky, late 30s, bald. Montgomery, my stop. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to take your stand.